Good morning. I'm Joe Sandwright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational system. So, the last time I was here, we talked about how we can change our trajectory in teaching children so that we can actually teach them independent skills. And I know a lot of us in the educational field think about, well, when we're teaching children reading, writing, arithmetic, we are teaching them skills for their future. But there are some skills that start within the child that are based on self esteem, um, self awareness, and awareness of others, how to treat others, the basis of beginning friendships. And all of these things carry over into the work life, into the adult life. So, where do we begin to make the changes in a child's life that lead to these other changes and most of all, independence? Well, as I was reflecting on this the last week, I said that, I had time this summer to think about what I've been doing as an independent consultant for several schools in the area of special education as an inclusion specialist. And I could see that most of the resource teachers that I've been working with have been struggling with getting their children to have more uh, enthusiasm to begin their work themselves instead of needing the teacher to prod them and to get them to do their independent work or the work that they have set before them. And it's been a routine. It wasn't like things changed and all of a sudden the child is sitting there and says, well, what do I do? This was the routine throughout the semester. And I came in to these schools like in March. So you could see that there was quite a bit of the school year already in progress. So what I reflected on and thought about in these last couple of weeks is that sometimes it starts with our own mindset. Maybe before we start teaching these other skills that I've named, we need to think about, have we actually captured that child's imagination? Have we um, walked alongside them to have them realize those things that will um, the reason why they're there. Have we encouraged them to have engagement in the topic itself, and have we increased the types of things we can do to motivate them to want to go on this educational journey? So, engagement and motivation. I was talking with my sister who's a doctor, and she said, those are like the foundational skills of everything. I said, for education. I said, yes. And so that started me back thinking instead of just working towards building independent skills, let's start with our own way of our own mindset and way of thinking and consider how can we build engagement? How can we build motivation within a child? And just an aside, how do I increase motivation in the child to want to learn? It was one of my first missions as a teacher. I could see that as being something that was missing in some of the educational programs that I took. And I said, but how do you get them to want to learn? And next time I come back, I'll give you one of the first really useful tools that I was given by I'll say a mature teacher. So thank you for subscribing. Please share. And I hate to leave this cliffhanger, but I'm going to get a couple of more pieces of information before I give you the key thing that got me started on building motivation. So take care. God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.